What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody on YouTube? Bryce and Michael RC here. How's everybody feeling today? How's everybody doing today? Saturday night. First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody who sent me well wishes. I appreciate that. I went to make a video on it, like a short, just to say thank you, and then I 100% forgot to upload it. So, it's been kind of a crummy week. I feel like it's just been a waste of a week because I ended up going to the ER thinking that I had kidney issues. I got off of here Saturday night and then was like, man, it's just my lower back was killing me really bad. So the next morning I couldn't get comfortable at all, like at all. And plus I was still kind of going through the whole fever and stuff, so I thought maybe I had like a kidney infection or something. Turns out like I just had an illness and a slip disc at the same time, and so one wasn't causing the other. It was just I had both of them happening at once, and it is what it is. So now I've just been dealing with back pain, really bad back pain. And it seems like every time I decide to play my guitar, it re-aggravates it, and I don't know. I've been spending a lot of time just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Trying to rest. Trying to rest the joints in the back and all that different stuff. So, but I haven't ran a fever or anything in a little while, so that's good. I absolutely hate being sick. And I've noticed since working for the public school system, I'd never been sick before, and then started working at the school, and now it seems like I get sick slightly ever so often, and it drives me bonkers. So pretty much anybody that works in the school system gets sick all the time. It's just part of the job because you're around so many people and so many kids and so many illnesses that you tend to take some home with you, and everybody on my crew does. So I've never worked for a place or been in charge of so many people that get sick so often, but it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast working in the public. So, like you said, your lumbar area is a time bomb. That's pretty much my entire back. Whenever I was in, younger, high school into college and stuff like that and playing metal, I did not treat my back well. And there were so many days that I got done doing a show and my whole neck and lower back and everything was so stiff. And I would just go and do it all over again the next day. And would jump around and sling my guitar around and stuff like that, and I didn't really realize how much damage it was doing to my body. And then last year about Thanksgiving time, it was Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day. I think it was Thanksgiving Day. I ended up thinking I was having a heart attack because my whole left side was going numb, like my chest was like kind of hurting and stuff, and come to find out that this pinched nerve that you get in your neck that's caused by a guitar strap, pretty much every guitar player ends up getting it at some point. It's like right in the back part of your neck. The symptoms make it feel like you're having a heart attack and stuff, but it's just the nerve in your neck that spazzes out and stuff. So I've been dealing with that for like over a year now. Well, longer than that, I think. But my lower back, that's the worst. The absolute worst pain. I hate back pain because Sunday I couldn't get comfortable at all. Like that's the whole reason I went to the ER, is because no matter what I did, I'd sit there, I'd twist and turn and do all sorts of stuff, and I'd try to lay there and I just could not get comfortable. It sucked. God, it sucked. Deborah said she worked at schools. Telling you, me and my wife both have been working for the school system. My wife's been working for the school system for a long time. She was a para for a long time, and now she's doing mental health stuff. And yeah, we're around these kids. She's around the grade school kids, and I'm around the high school kids, and sickness comes to our house, and it just passes through everybody. It's like one person gets sick, then the other, then the other, then the other, and then everybody's finally fine, and then it almost seems like it swings back around. I don't typically ever get that sick. I've got a pretty good immune system. It's mainly my daughter and my wife that get really sick. My daughter was a preemie, and she tends to get everything. Ever since she was real little, she tends to get just about everything. What was that? My wife let the dogs out, and it sounded like some animal was getting murdered outside. That was crazy. It sounded weird. What was that?
There was 3 kids walking by, and they scared the shit. Loki scared.
Really?
But then they were trying to like yell back at him, but then they seen me, so they stopped.
Oh, I was gonna say you opened the door and it sounded like a cat or something was getting murdered. Did they scream or something?
Yeah, they were terrified of that little bitty dog.
Our little dog just scared a bunch of kids. That's funny. So a little bit about this past week, since I haven't gotten on and done anything. I was going to put on that resin video today. I've got it all filmed, and all I've got to do is edit it and put it together. But because I was under the weather all last week, I didn't want to do anything. I bought a new chair, a new computer chair that I can like kick way back in, and it has like a lumbar support and way better cushion and stuff. And I've basically just been spending every day, all day, just sitting back in that chair. I think part of my back problems is my old chair that I bought like a few years ago. The padding is all gone, and the part where you sit down, it's like this. Instead of being straight like this, it's like broken and bent down. So like when you sit on it, you're all awkward anyways. And it's in my little room where I watch TV and stuff all the time. So I sit on that chair a lot. And then I sit on the edge of that chair to play the guitar and stuff a lot. And I think I've just been kind of sitting awkward. I'm not sure. It could be a number of things. It could be anything, really. Nature of my job, because I do maintenance. We set up and tear down tables and chairs all the time. We do a lot of stooping and heavy lifting and all this different stuff and twisting and turning. So honestly, it could be any number of anythings, really. But I'm sure that having a broken chair doesn't help. But yeah, anyways, I haven't really done anything, but now Denture Rescue did reach back out. Adam, he just emailed me the other day with an idea for more giveaways. So I don't think I'm doing it fast enough for him. I'm trying to give everybody, because I don't know when Denture Rescue is going to kind of just pull the plug. I'm not employed by them. I'm not in constant contact with them, and I'm not always talking back and forth with them. So I'm just kind of, I want to get as many people signed up for the giveaway as possible, because the last time we did the giveaway, I still have people to this day commenting on those videos to sign them up for the giveaway, even though that giveaway is long gone. And the pinned comment at the top even says the giveaway is already over with. They're still getting on at least 3 or 4 a day and asking to be put into the giveaway. So I want as many people to get on as possible. And they suggested possibly doing a once a month giveaway, or even once every few months giveaway. I suggested, because I don't work for them and they're not paying me anything, and I only make money off the videos that I make and stuff, I suggested to them, like, I don't really have any more Denture Rescue style videos I can make. Like, honestly, I've made all the videos that I can. I don't want to beat the same dead horse over and over again. So there's not much more I can do. Except for, here's a video, here's another giveaway type of thing. So I suggested to them that if they really want to do more giveaways and stuff, to do it like once every 2, maybe 3 months. And we'll just kind of do that, and I'll do other stuff on top of it, because I'm trying to really think of what I really want to get into next. This is kind of how my YouTube's always been, from drones to 3D printing to racing drones, you know, golf. I'm always trying to find something new to do it. And then the Denture Rescue thing isn't something that I've gotten bored with. I just think it's kind of ran its course. There's really not anything else I can do. Like these lives, I want these lives to continue, because if anybody has any questions, they can get on here and come ask anything that they want on it. But so I want that to continue. But when it comes to making new denture rescue videos, like I told them whenever I was talking back to them, unless they can make something new like the vampire teeth we suggested, or I also told them that I think it's pretty crummy that they don't offer the trays and allow you to do step one before doing any of the rest of it. Like offer you to buy step one at like $50. You know what I mean? And get all the trays. Small, medium, large, extra large. Just send you all the trays. And then you can this is what I was telling them. You can test which tray fits and then you can order that one. It just makes a whole lot more sense to me than to have to send it back in and stuff. Although, that being said, even if you do get the wrong size and you have to send it in, this has been another point of contention here recently with some of the comments. I've had a few different people say, I had to send the Now Dentures back and they made me pay shipping, stay away from this brand. It's one of those things, like even if you have to pay the shipping, you're not getting these dentures because you have the money to get whatever you want. It's kind of a beggars can't be choosers type of thing, right? At least that's the way that I kind of look at it. In my case, I had the money to get these, and that was tight. But if I still had to send in shipping of what, like $15 or something like that, to send them back and then get them back, it's still way cheaper than you're gonna buy any other pair of dentures. It's still like a necessity, and it's way cheaper. And the only way for Now Dentures to really do away with the whole shipping aspect of it is charge more to just get the trays. So they would probably still charge like $375 for the dentures themselves without the trays, and then you would have to pay like $50 for the trays to find which ones fit. Or upcharge to like $400 and some so that they wouldn't have to pay shipping to make free shipping either way. That's what businesses do to offer the free shipping, is they upcharge and overcharge for products. So you're able to get them at a cheaper rate because you pay the shipping. You know what I mean? So it's still in that price range that it's saving you a ton of money. A ton of money. And it even, I think it says on the website, if I remember right, and we've talked about it 100 times, that the sizes by your height isn't always right. Like, it's not. There's going to be variables in the world. That's just kind of a, most people are this. You know what I mean? In their experience, most people by this size have this size mouth. But there's always going to be variables. Always. But I've had so many people, and I think it's because it's an inconvenience getting the comments, and because and I've told you guys that negative comments are way easier to come by than positive comments. Like people getting on and praising a product, it's a whole lot harder to find them than it is to actually those people. Because when people get mad and frustrated, the first thing they want to do is go blame somebody. And I've noticed that when somebody has something positive to say, for one, it's very few. I have people usually reach out to me personally, not leaving a public comment, but they'll reach out to me personally and tell me like how happy they are with it. But even if they leave a comment for the public, they leave it on one video and they're like, this is life-changing, blah, blah, blah. And then the person who gets frustrated and wants to leave a negative comment doesn't just leave it on one. They go and leave it on like every video they can find that has that. Like, it's almost and you want to be as vindictive as possible. So I've noticed that it's so much easier to get negative than it is to get positive, and I think that's why it's so hard to get any type of feedback and stuff. And then with the stigma that comes with wearing dentures, and people don't want to put out there that they have dentures, even though they're not putting a video out, they don't even want to put their username out. It's just harder and harder to get anybody to leave anything positive when it comes to it. Any type of dentures, really. You'll see on every single DIY style denture that they have far more negative comments than any positive comments. Yeah, Mike Kane also offer repair kits. We've discussed that. That's one of the main things I want them to do. Repair kits and sell them step one first, separately. I told them like that's the best idea that they could do, because that'll hold off and save off on at least one negative aspect of the whole thing. Pat says, could you do videos on the people who won free dentures? What's their story and how they look with their dentures? Unfortunately, we talked about that one last time too, and it seems like the people who have won haven't shown back up after they've won. I mean, they'll be here. They were here like every day up until the point of winning, and then as soon as they've won, I haven't heard anything back from them at all. Like since I sent it out, one of them actually sent me money back in a thank you card. But that's it. I haven't heard anything else from them. I'm not going to go bug them. They're living their own personal lives. They didn't, get into this so they could be bugged. So if they want to reach back out, I would absolutely love it, because I would love to do some testimonial stuff. And that's another thing that I talked to Venture Rescue about, is I'm trying really hard to find people who want to. And what I'm trying to talk them into is supplying about 5 to 10 of you with a free set. That's my ultimate goal. 5 to 10 of you with a free set that are willing to make a video about it. And it's the bad part about that is, like, from what I've heard from a lot of people, is they don't really want to make YouTube videos, and that's fine. But and you can't really do anything but trust it, like get it sent out to them, and then if they never make a video on it, then you're just kind of screwed. There's really no action you can take after that, and that's what sucks. And that's why I want to do this. One of the biggest reasons why I want to do this thing where the channel can help buy somebody a pair, because I'd like to at least get somebody who's the people that are on here all the time. Even though I haven't seen Bob since he got his. He was on like all the time until he got his. Also, he did leave a comment on one of the last videos, so I'd have to go read that and figure it out. But I hadn't heard from him since he got his free pair. I don't even know how that went. But I'd like to get to know people on here that are here all the time, and offer those to them. People who would be willing to actually make a video or two about their experience and what they do, whether it's positive, negative, whatever they do. And if anybody's already had a set and had success with a set that would make a video, it'd probably be easier. See, when I got mine, it was easier to convince Denture Rescue because I bought my first pair. And then I told them that I had success with it and I would like to make a video on it, but I didn't make a video with my first set. And so they sent me the free set because I had already had experience doing it and making it. And then, you know what I mean? So it would almost be nicer to find some people that have done it and had success with it and send them an extra free set so they can actually show it on video. Donna said, when my dentist was trying to set, yeah, so they do that blue paper stuff so they can find your bite force. When you bite down on that paper, it shows them where your bite force is, so it helps them even the teeth out a little bit better, make it more comfortable. Tara Farley says, been MIA for a while. Well, we've been doing well. And we're here every Saturday. So Fun Size saying, don't forget to click and subscribe, share. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, definitely make sure that you share. I think we might go ahead and come up with, what we might do is go ahead and do the giveaway for those two pair. I was hoping it would get a little bit more eyes on it. And I don't really think people who signed up for the giveaway, I don't think a lot of them have actually followed the rules. So I really don't think there's going to be a whole lot of entries. I mean, there's a lot of entries, but once I go through and verify, I don't know. Number one, there's been a few people that have gotten on there like every couple days and just left a whole new comment, and I think they think that they're going to get entries for each one of them, and that's not how it works. In fact, I kind of consider that cheating, and I was debating on just taking those people out of it completely. The other thing too is verifying the shares. So it's only got like less than 2,000 views right now. So if everybody who's left a comment has shared it, it would have a whole lot more than that. So I don't think it's being shared nearly as much. And I had another comment from another person that said, I shared this with my son. And it's like, sharing is not just taking the video and going, hey, look at this. That's not what sharing is. It's hitting the share button and actually sharing it on a different social media. So it's part of the rules. So I'm going to have to go through there and verify those. But I don't know. It's going to take a lot of time. But I think I might just do next weekend, the next Saturday. The next Saturday live, do the giveaway on that. And then that's what Bob was saying. He wanted to give his, that was his last comment on that one. He wanted to give, because he's a member, he wanted to give his last 5, or his 5 entries to, there's one of you that's on here all the time. Let me look it up. Donna, you would just make a video and post it on your own YouTube. It could be like a few minutes long or something like that. Just something saying, if you wanted to show the process. I don't think that's really necessary, because I've made like 3 process videos. I think it would just be nice to have some people who are willing to make the set and then show themselves using the set and saying if they like them or not and stuff like that. So Virginia, the rules of it are that video that I put out for the giveaway, it's a very specific video. You just put giveaway medium or giveaway large, whichever size that you want, and then you've got to like, you've got to be a subscriber, and then you've got to share. Those are the 3 things that you get. That's it. It's the only rules. And he said, I've been eating everything crunchy I get my hands on. Anthony's got his now dentures working full. Funsize says I won't be here next. That's fine. If I've got your email, if you end up winning, I will email you. And then if you end up winning the giveaway, then we'll just take, since you're already getting the channel giveaway, we'll just subscribe that to someone else. So the giveaway, you would get them sooner, because the other ones aren't going to come in for another. Well, I mean, it depends on everybody else. Depends on if people want to give to it, which is if you become a member, that money gets set in a side pot. The thing is we've got more members than ever before now, but since it's cheaper, it doesn't come up to that much. So last time, I think we only had like 4 members, and it was like, I think it was like $80 or something like that. And this time we've got like 15 members, and it's only like $17. You know what I mean? Like something like that. 12 members and $17 or something. So it's a lot less since memberships are cheaper. But memberships, super chats, or any donations to the Cash App, all that gets set to the side, and that's going towards Funsize's free pair. And if Funsize wins the giveaway, then that would just get nominated to somebody else. And I've got a list of like 3 people that are typically on here all the time that I would just kind of subscribe that next one to. So Could you make the video on who is on during the announcement video? Okay, now, could make the giveaway on who is on during the announcement? No. No, the giveaway is just for whoever is entered. They don't have to be on here live. You don't have to be here Saturday to win. Like, you don't have to be here live. Once the names are drawn, we give everybody 24 hours to respond back to it. If they don't respond back within 24 hours, then I move on to the next one. We'll just do an immediate live after that and move on to the next person. And then I'll put it in the pinned comments, like who won. They wouldn't be attached to my YouTube, no. It would just, you would just put it on yours. I would share it. I would share it, and I'm pretty sure Denture Rescue would promote it. Peanuts Fritos. Steak's awesome, isn't it? Steak sounds really good too, by the way. See, Anthony, you would be a perfect person to make a video on it, on your experience with it. Like, since you're eating really good with it, one of the best things I think you could do would be to make shorts, YouTube shorts, just showing yourself eating different stuff. I don't like to do them. That's one of the main things I get asked to do. I don't like to do it because, number one, I don't like to eat with my mouth open, and I just feel like a mukbanger every time I do it. So I did a few of them, and then I just hated it, so I haven't done any more. But those are always good. People always want to see you eating stuff, especially like the harder, crunchier stuff. Always, always. Virginia Brooks, did I share? Yeah, as long as you hit the share button and share, it'll show on my end that you've shared. So as long as it gets shared, it gets shared. It'll show on my end that it got shared. So, and it shows me each person who shared it. I just haven't looked at it. I wonder if I can go on my phone and see. There's some of these some of these statistics and stuff that I can see on my phone, and some of them that I have to get on the computer to see. Fun fact, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists and stuff out there, and somebody left a comment the other day saying, because I do this all the time, saying that I'm a Illuminati implant or something. It's so dumb. Illuminati, like, what in the world? If I'm Illuminati, man, like, they better be paying me a whole lot more for that crap. That's weird. I ain't getting paid near enough to be part of some weird elite group of rich guys. Let's see, I've got 59.7% of the viewers are male, 40.3% are female, 71.1 in the United States, 10.5 in the United Kingdom, 4.5 in Canada, and surprisingly, there's a lot of Africans that come over. Like, I get a lot of comments from people from Africa, and unfortunately, they can't buy them. I mean, Denture Rescue is international, but there's just some countries, because of the way that they do their receiving, that they can't send them to. And I think Australia is one of them. Like, Australia is one that has some very, very strict. Australia and Wales are two that have really, really strict customs. That's also part of the giveaways. You have to be in America. So I'm going to have to go through. There's a few people that are not from America that I'm going to have to tell them sorry, because then it's not a free giveaway anymore. It costs a lot of money in shipping. The teeth Illuminati. If I was part of the Illuminati, I'd be promoting something more like implants or, something that's going to make the dentist industry a ton of money. Not some DIY thing. It's just not going to happen. There is not a Illuminati soul on the planet that would have dentures. It's just not. So weird. I knew a guy that was part of the whole Freemason thing too. The guy who recorded my album was a Freemason, and he has all the pictures and stuff. And man, it is some wild stuff. Yeah, see, Anthony, and I think that's one of the problems that a lot of people have. One of the biggest things that I've noticed is there are people online who get these and they think it's going to be, they don't watch the entire video of the making part of it. And I think in their own minds, they think it's going to be as easy as putting it in hot water and then popping it up in. Taking the next one, putting it in hot water and popping it down in, and then you got a perfect smile. I think that's what a lot of people think it's going to be. And it'd be amazing if that's how easy it was. It would. And I think that's the goal to get to, is to make it just as easy as that. Unfortunately, it's not. And it takes a little bit of work here and there and getting them straight and doing these little like snake things and placing them in and getting your bite force just right and stuff like that. It takes a little bit of work. And most of the time, even with me, who I've done it a million times, you're not going to get it on the first try. So I had my very first set that I got in, I got in them, and it was like, I think I couldn't shut my lips because they were so like big. And I went home and then kind of just adjusted one at a time here and there and spent a little time doing that. And then I went around the next day, and as I was like eating and stuff the next day and trying them out, I went back and adjusted them again. And it was like 3 or 4 days later that I got them perfect. And you'll notice when it kind of just clicks and you get it perfect. And then the second pair I made, these ones, I actually made on camera. And right as soon as I got off camera, I got them like perfect. These were the easiest ones that I've made. And the third ones that I made in that last making video, I still haven't really worn those. They've still been sitting here, like on the side. I haven't worn these yet because I'm just kind of keeping them over here. But so I haven't even gotten those ones perfect yet. I got them pretty good on camera. I mean, they were pretty comfortable and good, completely wearable, and completely I could eat with them if I wanted to. But I know if I were to put those on and start wearing them all the time, I'd still want to do a few little adjustments here and there. Because with your mouth, man, like, you have so many sensors in your mouth, like taste buds and feelings sensors, and like, you feel everything in your mouth. And so any little spot that's out of place, you're going to notice. So, is there a... There must be a cop going by or something. You hear the dogs? Mm-hmm. They're going nuts. But yeah.
That one's not.
Do what?
That one's not. Usually some of the big ones are.
Yeah. So like, sorry, my dogs were going crazy. That's why I tell you to thin it out, because if it's even just a tad too thick, it's gonna like a little tiny bit feels like a mile in your mouth. So the thinner you get it, the more natural it's going to feel. But on top of that too, if you haven't worn dentures ever, or you haven't had anything in your mouth for like 15 years, 10, 15 years, it doesn't matter how well you get these, you're not going to like wearing dentures at first. Like, nobody likes wearing dentures at first. Nobody does. It's not like you're going to slip these in, get them fitting perfect, and you're just going to la-di-da and never notice that they're there. Like, you have to get used to wearing dentures. That's one of the biggest things that I tell people all the time. And this one person comes to mind particularly because she was commenting on my videos, probably like 5 different videos every day, asking for help. And she was super vague with what she was asking about. But I remember her story, her telling me that she hadn't had teeth in like almost 20 years. She'd never had any dentures, never owned anything like that. She's just been going without forever. And then she got them, and she got really frustrated with them, and she got them to fit and work where she could eat with them and stuff, but then ended up yanking them out afterwards and just throwing them out. And it was just like they're uncomfortable and this and that. And it's like if you haven't worn dentures in 20 years, like you got to get at least used to the fact that you've got something in your mouth. That's just one of the main big deals about wearing dentures. It's not just some fix-all. You're going to go back to feeling like you have a natural mouth with natural teeth again. It's not going to happen. So that's kind of part of it. If you've never had dentures before, number one, you have to get used to wearing them, and number two, you got to slowly get them as perfect as you can get them while you're still getting used to them too. So I've had mine in for so long now, for like 2 years, that I know exactly how I need to get them perfect. I don't even notice them anymore. I've had them in for so long, I just don't notice them. To me, it does feel normal. But I remember that first year where all I had was, I still had my natural teeth on the bottom, but I had that DIY plate in the top. And I remember that first few days driving to work just thinking, God, this is what it's going to feel like for the rest of my life. Like, this sucks. You know what I mean? I hated it. Hated the feeling of it. But I don't even feel that anymore. And those were DIY too. Full DIY dentures. Anthony, don't make people jealous. Yeah, Donna, that's exactly what sells it for me too, being able to adjust it at any point, at any time of the day on your own, and not having to set up an appointment, waiting a few days to get in, having them adjust it, going home and realizing they didn't adjust it right, and then setting up another appointment and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Something gets out of place, and it happens all the time, especially with as thin as mine get. And you can see, like, I never get the back of mine smooth. I probably should. It would be a whole lot better, but you can see how that's kind of jagged on the back. I should probably straighten that out and sand it down or something like that, but I always leave it like that. And then after a while, like, one of these sides, one of these points ends up like, or even like this little part ends up getting like kind of chipped or something like that. And that could be from taking it out and throwing it in like a container or something like that, but it'll get like a chip in it or something like that. And then I'll go all day filling it in the back of my tongue, and then I can just run home and like dip that little part in some hot water and smooth it out and pop it back in. It's nice. So it's nice being able to just make those adjustments yourself. So Donna, that leads into my next thing that I wanted to talk to everybody about. She said there is a company that does show just heating them up and popping them in. If you see that it's that simple, it's not possible. Even the easy dentures, I think, are harder to do than the now dentures, because the easy dentures, the heat and mold plastic is a lot tougher, and it doesn't thin out nearly as well. Not only that, but like the gum material, is this the pair here? I can't tell. No, I think that's my old pair. I thought I had my easy dentures up here somewhere. Nope, guess I don't. But, oh, I have them right over here. I never wear them anymore, so they just sit by my live table all the time. But they have, let me show you this. They have a material right here, that's the gum part, and then the heat mold part. Apparently the whole thing's heat mold, but they're like different levels of heat mold. Like this is very malleable once it's heated up, and this is only slightly, or the gum part is only slightly malleable. Problem is, you can see right there in the center, it has a bit of that gum material right there in the center, and there's spots of it throughout the whole heat and mold part of the gums, and it doesn't really, I mean, I could have went through and just picked it all out, and then my gum material would have went all over the place. But it doesn't form the same as the other stuff does, and it just kept like getting in the way, like chunks of it. It's so weird. And the way that it lines up with the rest of their stuff, like, I don't know, I couldn't get it to separate. Like, they're a different color. Each one of them is a different color. But I couldn't get the actual heat mold off the actual gum material well enough. It was frustrating. It was so much harder to make these than it is to make the now dentures. So much harder. And then the hardest part was the backs. You can see on the bottom part, the backs have this part here that comes up and sticks up. Like, I cut it off as much as I could, but this sticks up. And then if you have the tops in and then you stick the bottoms in, that bottom part always sticks to this. It's so weird that they do it like that. Is that Braden? Oh. Anyways, those, I've seen videos of those where they've made it seem like you can just kind of pop them in and bite down, and that's that. Now Easy Denture makes a lot of videos like that, and the main guy who invented the Easy Denture does a lot of it. He's got teeth, but he shows himself biting down on them, just one bite down, and then he takes them out and he's like, see, they're just that easy. And it's not. It's totally not. If you're watching one that's that easy, that shows it being that easy, it's a scam. And me and Denture Rescue, that's the biggest reason why they got a hold of me and reached out to me, is to tell me about how when they click on my videos, let me read through these real quick. Yeah, sorry, message Jesse, these are for if you don't have teeth, so best thing would be to get them pulled. If you have teeth, the best thing to do is to get one of the DIY sets that you can make a partial with. That's about as good as it gets. Any of these full dentures and stuff like this, I mean, they do have some that you can press onto the front of your teeth and they have beads and stuff. They're just not that good. They look good on some people, but anyways. What was I saying again? Oh yeah. So Denture Rescue initially reached out to me recently because they said that whenever they click on my videos, and we've discussed this here live, that whenever they click on my videos, a lot of times the ad that plays is a scam denture company. And they were concerned because a lot of those scam videos were showing pictures of the Denture Rescue dentures in them. And they wanted to know if there was anything I could do to change that. And I told them there's nothing I can do. That's what these scam companies do, is they get on and they create a video and they pay YouTube a ton of money to get a certain amount of viewers. It's like $200 every 10,000 views. And they pay YouTube, play my video on certain people. If they're searching the words DIY or dentures or DIY dentures or now dentures or Denture Rescue or something like that, if they type in these selective words, then play this ad on the video, and then they can get it set to where they can get millions of views and stuff, and then they basically just take your money, offer no refunds and stuff like that, and that pays for the whole thing. I mean, they can get a lot of money doing that type of thing. And I told Denture Rescue the only way that they could do anything about it is if Denture Rescue as a company reached out to YouTube letting them know that these other companies in these ads are scams, and was able to document and show that they're scams, and then buy up those spots. So Denture Rescue is going to look into going on YouTube and trying to buy those ad spots. So hopefully the actual Denture Rescue will be in place of those scam ads here pretty soon. They're going to try to get those spots for themselves. Also, YouTube does these tag things where they're shopping tags, and I personally like them, so I never take them off. Some of them are automatic. Whenever I see an automatic one and it looks legit, then I just go ahead and add it to the other ones too. Like when I first started doing denture rescue and now denture stuff, there wasn't a now denture tag. There was only easy denture tags, and so I would tag easy denture, but I wouldn't tag now denture. It's cheaper to go to denturerescue.com anyways. Plus you get the $10 coupon, all that different stuff. It's dealing with the company directly, so it's the best way to do it. Go to denturerescue.com. Click on the now dentures and follow the directions from there. It's a very, very simple process, and it comes in a decent amount of time. So there's no point in there really being a tag, but I like the tags because when people click on it, I see it. When people buy it, I see it. So there's certain products that I have in some of my videos, like the non-zinc adhesives. I put tags for those, that way people could go out and buy those, and then I can get a specific commission off of it. The commission doesn't really mean anything because it doesn't do anything. Like I tagged Easy Denture in theirs, and then I sold at least, I think it was $20,000 worth of Easy Dentures whenever I made that video, that Easy Denture video first, and I think I made $3 from it. It's really a really, really low commission. But anyways, suddenly one day, Now Denture pops up on the tag thing on one of my videos, just because I have auto tag set, and I seen it and I was like, oh man, Now Denture's finally got a tag. So I tagged all the videos with it just in case anybody wanted to click on it. I still tell everybody in every video to go to denturerescue.com. I don't say anything about the tag, but I'm just putting it on there to see if it gets any clicks, so I can actually keep track of it. And I told Denture Rescue, like, I like to be able to keep track of it because I have no idea how many Now Dentures I've sold for them. Like, they haven't given me anything. I mean, they've given me a few Amazon gift cards just to say thank you, but they're not paying me to do anything. You know what I mean? So how much free advertising have they gotten out of me? I can't see that. I can see it on Easy Denture, but I can't see it on Now Denture. So I told them it would be a whole lot easier if they would just get a hold of YouTube and create a tag, so I can tag, and then I'll tell people to go to the tag. That way I can keep track and have a commission based on it. So I can at least, even if they don't offer a commission to it, I can at least keep track to see how much people are using on that product. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. They have a shopping thing on there, and they've got some really good products that I've reached out to a few companies myself, and I've never done that before. I've never reached out to companies myself, but I started to because they offer really good commissions and they're really good products. So one of them, Sweetwater. I play guitar all the time anyways, and they'll send a guitar to your house just so you can review it, and then you send it back to them. I'd love to do that. I think that'd be fun. So, oh man, I'm letting this get away from me. Yeah, thank you, Southern Gal. I seen your get well wishes, and I do appreciate that. Let's see. We'll see you when you pop in again. Just kidding. Southern Gal's always working. I think, was it Southern Gal that, I think it's you that Bob wants to give all of his. Let me go back and look at that. I still haven't checked that out. Let me go back and see. Let me go to the content. I think it was Southern Gal. Don't quote me on it quite yet. It's on one of the live videos. You guys could probably find it faster than me. On one of the live videos, Bob got on and said to give somebody his 5-member. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, it's not. Minnie's always getting on afterwards, too. So I'll just say, hi, Minnie. She's always getting on. I also seen Chrissy got on and left. Chrissy F1656 OG. She was getting on at the very beginning. I haven't seen her on one of these lives in a long time, so it's good to hear from her. I forgot I've got to give shout outs to my members here in a second too. Yeah, I don't know where it went. Let me go to my individual things. I can click on Community Spotlight. I'll come over here to Bob, who's left me 20 comments recently. Oh yeah, there it is. Bryson, did you see my reply about giving my 5 chances to Southern Gal? So, Southern Gal, if you get on again, Bob said since he's a member and he's gotten his free pair already, that his 5 membership votes or his 5 membership entries for the giveaway go to you. So he also predicted that I was going to give it to the next one to Fun Size, because he got on and left me a comment saying you'd be crazy if you don't pick Fun Size. And I was like, that's exactly who I was going to pick. Oh, there you are, Minnie. That's funny. Yeah, okay. I forgot Fun Size said something about it first. I did get a haircut. I was planning on growing my hair all the way out and then donating it, but then when my back issues and all that different stuff started happening, I was just like, everything was uncomfortable and my hair was just annoying me at the same time, and I just was kind of like, I can take care of one thing but not the other. So I just went into the bathroom and weed whacked my hair all up. So it's still longer on the top. Like I can grow it out, or I can put it up into like a man bun or something. But the problem was too that it was all, so the top of my hair, because I wear a hat so much, I think the top of my head grows a lot slower than the around the outside. So like around the sides of my hair was like, I think about that long, and then the top of my hair length was like half that. So it almost looked like I had a mullet. I was like, I gotta shave around the outside and just get it all cut off and let the top grow out and then let the bottom grow out underneath it. It'd be a whole lot more even. Nancy Jesse said, you're up shit creek without a paddle until I get all my teeth pulled. I mean, not necessarily. It just kind of depends. And it kind of depends on your situation too. Like, how many teeth do you have missing? There's just not any good options of just if you have teeth, something that you can bite down into. I will tell you that with Easy Dentures, one of the subscribers on here did buy the Easy Dentures, and they have teeth. And they went through with a Dremel and they cut out in the Easy Denture. Where'd it go? So they went through the Easy, and this would be hard as hell to do. So if you're not a maker and you're not good with your hands, I wouldn't even try it. But they took a Dremel, and where they had teeth, they cut out the teeth. And where they didn't have teeth, they left the teeth. And then they just popped it in and popped it around all their existing teeth. And they said it works fine. I wouldn't try it at all. But there is somebody who's done it. Maybe they should make a video showing how they did that. But Denture Rescue, if you go on denturerescue.com, they do make partials. They're expensive, but they do make partials. They're not as expensive as other people, like dentist companies, partials and stuff like that. And if you can get rebates and stuff back from your insurance or something, you could always talk to your insurance about it. But they do make partials on denturerescue.com. Anybody remember that commercial? No, it wasn't a commercial. That was that ventriloquist guy. Jeff Dunn. Remember? .com. Okay. I don't know why that just popped into my head. I totally just looked down and I said everything that Fun Size just said almost verbatim. And I'm pretty sure she beat me to the punch. That's funny. I was saying it, and then I said it, and then I turned around and started reading the thing, and she posted it. She's always beating me to it. Donna, if your daughter does check out the partials and she gets some, like, let us know how it goes. I'd love to know how their other stuff goes. And I'm trying so hard to talk them into doing vampire now, Dingers. Here's the thing, though. Let's be 100% honest about it. I don't know for sure if Denture Rescue makes now dentures. The more that I kind of look into it, and the more I ask questions, the more I am debating on trying to figure out if they don't make them, where they get them from. Because if you make them, it shouldn't be hard to just create a vampire style teeth. And it shouldn't be hard to make a fix-it kit. But for some odd reason, whenever I ask them about both, they have kind of sidestepped it and kind of gave me the runaround a little bit on it, you know, and was like, oh, we'll get back to you on that, and then hasn't. So it almost makes me wonder if they're getting it from a partner or somebody makes them. Because there is a boil and bite option on Amazon that is not a now denture, but it looks exactly the same. And I'm wondering if they're two different companies that are getting from the same source. And if you can undercut and get it from someone else, are they half of that price? These are all things I kind of wonder about sometimes. And now denture's been awesome with me. So if that is the case, I would completely hate to undercut somebody like that. But you know how I am, guys. If I can find it for you cheaper, I'm going to. You know what I mean? Mike Kane, I think you're right. I think they're from China. I think they're made in China. But, do me a favor. Does anybody have... let me look and see if I have it. What is that Chinese Amazon called? No, I used to use it to get my batteries and drone stuff all the time. I'm trying to think of the name of it. No. Because if it's a China-made product, it will be on there. We're going to find this out tonight. I just got to remember this place's... I got to remember what it's called. I'm going to go look at different... Not Alibaba. Alibaba was the dark web thing. I'm going through my apps just to see. I'll know it whenever I see it. AliExpress. AliExpress is what it's called. I used to use it for all my drones because you could get all of the American products for way cheaper from China, and all of them were made in China anyways. Everybody in America would buy them from there, and then they'd sell them at the American companies for like double the cost. So I'm gonna get on here. And if I can find them on, well, I don't know what they're gonna be called. Okay, let's look up. I could probably share this on my thing. Oh, that sucks, Vinny. Dang. Yeah, I'll have to add him in my prayers. That's horrible. Oh, Minnie, she said that somebody in her church friend, it's in the hospital. They had emergency surgery on on his aortic tour. His aortic tour. Okay, so your aortic valve tour. That sucks. I'm looking through their thing. I don't know if anybody out there has ever used AliExpress, but it's actually better than Temu. It is literally China's version of Amazon, and you can get pretty much everything at a very discounted price. Anything that's made in China is typically on here. So you can get Chinese made products that you would generally buy in the US for like a ton of money. Like I used to get LiVo batteries when I flew drones. And if you were to buy them in America, they were like $40 a battery. But I could buy them for like $12 a battery from AliExpress. It was so nice. So all I did is put DIY dentures on here. I'm trying to see if these are on here at all. Because if they are made in China, they're going to be on here. I still haven't seen them. Maybe I should put boil and bite. Boil and bite. Boil and bite. Still not seeing them. Would they be called now, denture, you think? Well, guys, I'm not seeing anything. I think I'm going to have to do some research. Some crazy research. Because I am seeing like dentures full set natural upper lower braces silicone denture set means what the hell? See, this is when you know it's a scam. You see how it has like a full set here, and then it shows the ones up here that you just press on with those white beads onto the front of your, those as seen on TV style, but then it shows a full thing here. Like, they're all in the same picture. So you know that's not, I mean, to me that's crazy. They have a lot of those press-on ones. DIY customizable tooth cover, denture care, upper and lower plastic. Dang. The bad thing about AliExpress though is if it's coming straight from China. I don't know how many times I've bought batteries on here because that's all I used to buy from here. Batteries and like transmitters and stuff like that, because it's the exact same thing. There's stuff from like Black Sheep in the United States that was like a whole lot better. The chips would be a whole lot better in them. So you didn't want to get like main electronics because Chinese electronics are super cheap and really bad. But like transmitters, receivers, and batteries and stuff, they're all the exact same thing. You can't make them much better or much worse. So I'd buy them, and then in some cases I'd have to wait months for them to come in because they come over on a big cargo ship, and you just gotta wait for them to fill up. Wait for that cargo ship to fill up, and then they send it all over. So the shipping can be anywhere from like a few days to several months. I'm not seeing these on here at all. I mean, these all look seriously just like Temu. No joke, it looks just like Temu. All of the dentures on here. It's crazy how bad they all look. I'll do some research. I'm curious now. When my mind gets real curious on it, then I gotta go out and find the answer. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste more time on that on here, but AliExpress, it's kind of like Temu. Right now, I wouldn't buy anything denture related on it, but I'm gonna find those. I'm gonna find the wholesale. I'm gonna just ask them flat out, do you guys make these in house? That's what I'll ask them. And if they tell me no, I'm gonna be like, where do you get them at? I'd like to know. Let's see. Chris Angel says, I was going to buy the upper easy denture for $197. Is that a good idea? Yes, it is. For $197, wait. For $197, it shouldn't be $197. It should be $107. Where are you buying it from? It should be $180. $175. I'm just going to put this on here for you in case you're on Amazon. I just put the website on there just in case, because some people will look for these on Amazon and find them on Amazon. But I wouldn't buy them from there because some of those they have all the right things, but it's not the right product. I had somebody leave me a comment the other day that said, these are garbage, man. They were just these press-on teeth and a whole bunch of these white thermal beads. And I was like, then you didn't get the right thing. And then I've had people say, like, I wasted $40 on an upper, and all it was like fake teeth and stuff. And it's like, then you didn't go to the right website and didn't buy them from the right place, because they're a lot more than that. Oh, easy denture? Wait. Yeah, I'm okay. So sorry, I completely misread that whole thing. Thank you, Fun Size. Yes. If you want to go with easy denture and do it one at a time like that, yes, that's the right price for easy denture. But they're not as good as Now Denture at denturerescue.com. But if you've already got bottoms or a bottom set or something, the Now Dentures aren't going to match up with them, so the easy denture would be the better one to match up with existing teeth. So that's just part of it. You're not going to like the easy denture, but they'll do until you either get like a full set of Now Dentures, or the Now Dentures are just leaps and bounds above the easy denture. Leaps and bounds above easy denture. But they only match up with each other. So you have to have Now Denture bottoms in order to get the Now Denture tops to be right. Thanks for catching that. I don't know why I read easy denture and my brain said Now Denture. If you're gonna order the bottoms anyways, just start with the Now Dentures. They're cheaper and they're better. They're actual teeth. Well, they're not actual teeth, but they're real resin teeth. This is just a prime example right here of the difference. The Now Denture and the easy denture. Like, look how nice and shiny those resin teeth are, and how these teeth are like fat, and they're like rough. Now denture is so much better. Easy denture is just harder to make. If you're gonna buy the bottoms, now denture in a heartbeat. Sorry, I dropped these, but I will never, ever, 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 ever recommend easy denture to anybody. Not when you have a better, cheaper choice. Yeah, I mean, dental infections are terrible. I hope he gets feeling better. Mike's right. They can cause all sorts of other issues. That's something you got. Every time I got an infection or something, I went to the ER. Because mine always happened on the weekend where I couldn't get to a dentist. Yep. Fun size is correct. 100% correct. They're better. Like, they're just way better. Just from somebody who's made both of them, I think the easy denture are harder to make. They're fatter teeth. They don't feel like real teeth. They don't even look straight. I know on video, this is what kind of, and you can ask Anthony. Anthony's in this. They almost look on video like they're cartoonish, right? Because they're so white and so straight. But it's just how a camera's white balance treats a really good white color. They're not this white live. They actually look a lot more real live. But it's just kind of the way that the camera has always done it. Every time I take video of myself with these, I look at it and kind of think the same thing. But it's almost like if I were to take an LED and turn it on right now, all you would see is a nice glow, because that's how the white balance is captured in a camera lens. But if you were to sit across from me looking straight at it, you would actually see the square diode. It's the same thing with when it comes to like whites. It's a white balance in your camera. But they look a lot more natural and a lot more real. 100%. And I think that's kind of when you look at easy denture on video, they look a little bit more natural at first, and because of the way that the light hits off of that matte finish. But when you're in person, they look fake. You can definitely tell that matte finish. They're almost gray in person. Yep, see? They look a lot more real than they do on video, don't they, Anthony? Way more. And that's what I was trying to get whenever I did that real close-up on that comparison video, and I showed you a real close-up of both of them. That's one of the better videos. This camera, I've got a 1080p Logitech, what is it? What's the number on it? One of the better Logitech cameras. And it shoots really good live, but it's still, I can get like really close with this and it starts getting fuzzy. It doesn't like to zoom in or autofocus or anything like that, like my iPhone does in 4K. Oh, it started to. There we go. It's not liking it very much. I was going to look at the So where do you find easy dentures for $197 at? Because they're on Amazon, they're $217. Do they have a website where they sell them cheaper? Because I know when they sent me their when they sent me that set of easy dentures to show, they basically had me. They wanted me to push the Amazon one. That's now denture. That's now denture. I'm trying to look through Amazon so I can show you guys that they have another. Unless they've taken it off already because I've complained about it so much. I'm not seeing the other one. All these other ones say now denture on them. Where's it at? Oh. I was looking through Amazon because they used to have, let me show you, where's it at? So you know how they have the now dentures? See, these are $197, the now dentures on Amazon. They were more expensive than that. They were over 200 bucks on here. But so they would say heat and fit now denture, heat and fit now denture. And then there was the exact same everything, except instead of saying heat and fit now denture, they just said boil and bite. And I think those ones that just said boil and bite were scam ones. I'm not seeing them on here anywhere. I literally just scrolled through this whole page and didn't see them. Much cheaper to go on denturerescue.com, but it's still even cheaper yet on Amazon than it used to be. And the one good thing about Amazon is the free shipping and returns. The return policy is one of the big things. If you're an Amazon member, you can return just about anything at any rate, in any condition. How long have I been on here for? A little over an hour. Oh man, I didn't even realize you had Snoop Dogg above my head. Did I know that was there?
Yeah, put it there. You saw me put it there.
Oh, okay. I just realized him in the video.
You said the camera didn't get that high.
Yeah, he's. You can see him.
You told me you couldn't.
I didn't think you could. Look. Snoop Dogg.
Did somebody notice it?
Snoop on the stoop. No, I was just looking at the video playback and I just realized he was up here. I forgot all about him. That's funny. Snoop on the stoop. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if Easy Dentures is dropping their price rate based on Now Dentures' Amazon price rate. Or else why would they be the exact same price? Anthony, I think they'd really appreciate that. Leaving them a good review. They really need more. Heck yeah, Minnie. Maybe you'll get them sooner than that. You never know. I told them to get back a hold of me. They should be reaching out. They're usually really quick at getting back a hold of me. And if they decide that they want to do giveaways once a month, then who knows? Maybe a whole lot of people are going to be getting free dentures here soon. So I honestly don't want to do it that much. I don't want to do a once a month giveaway because it takes a lot on my end. But I wouldn't mind doing once every 2 or 3 months. A little bit easier, a little bit more setup. I can spend a whole day going through everybody's stuff, making sure everything's right. But who knows? Loyalty is rewarded. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get everybody a pair. But if you can get them on your own, definitely get them, because they're definitely worth it. Although I did have somebody that's usually on the lives get on the other day, and I guess she must have got them. Let me see if I can find that. I think it was I've Got Stones. Must have got a pair, and I don't think she had quite the success story Anthony had. Let me see if I can find hers, because she's usually on here all the time. And I was hoping that she would be on today so we could kind of go over and see, because the one thing that I will tell you guys, even if you think you messed them up, oh no, I remember her deal. So she has extra bone or something in her bottom jaw, and they're like really big lumps and stuff, which I had, but you can say really big and yours are like way bigger than mine, or you could say really big and they could be smaller, they just feel big to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really that descriptive. And I'm not seeing your x-rays. I don't, I can't see that. A lot of people will ask vague questions where I can't physically see it and give you an honest answer to it. All I can say is my bottoms, if I had a pen, let me draw this out for you real quick. Well, I need a piece of paper. So my bottoms, when I first did the now dentures, they went like this. Basically. Because over my teeth on the bottom were like so crooked that it started shoving teeth out of the side. Like, so my teeth were like crooked and then would, oh, I think it was this side, were basically coming out, and I had one tooth that was sticking way out. So I had a big old lump over on the side. And when I first got mine in, I had to basically take the outer ring of, you can see where the acrylic is. It's because it's like a cup. And I had to basically press that bump to the very outside piece of it, and then the inside portion of it. Basically, my bottoms, when I first did it, kind of rode up a little bit higher because I couldn't get the back side of the acrylic when I shoved it down in. It basically rode right on the edge of my gum on one point. But it gives you enough heat and mold stuff on it that you can actually make all these adjustments and make it a little bit more comfortable and stuff like that if you're willing to work with it and everything. That I was able to tolerate it and eat with it and be perfectly fine. It was comfortable. And then as my gum shrunk, that bulge went away after a certain amount of time. And that's what I was trying to say when I think she was asking either last weekend or the weekend before that about them being lumpy and stuff. And I think she had like bone grafts or something she was talking about, or had to get bone shaved down or something like that. So I don't know how much anybody's getting taken off or anything, but all I can say is like my experience of what I had to go through, and it worked for me. But it's not always, if you have a really, really wild arc that's like all over the place and stuff, you might want to check with somebody first. And this is exactly why me and Mike Kane are on the same page when we both talk about wanting the step 1 trays to be sold separately. You know what I mean? Because you get these and then you don't have to worry about anything. And what should have happened, no matter what, is you don't move on to step 2 unless step 1 is fine. And this little section right in here is the exact size of that little ridge inside of your that the acrylic goes around. So as long as you're doing it right and you bite down and these fit, then it will fit. But if this doesn't fit, then send it back. Send it back. Get either a bigger size or a different size, or just return them. But don't force through it. If it's a little tight or something like that, don't force yourself into it. And then all of a sudden, as soon as that heat and mold is activated and that heat and mold becomes malleable, that is no longer refundable. Like, you can't refund the now dentures after that, and you're just kind of stuck with them and out the money. So I'm sorry, I get a lot of people, like I get a lot of comments, and I read a lot from, I pretty much read every comment. I don't respond to every one of them anymore. I used to. I try to respond to the ones that are mainly important. not the ones that are answered over and over again. Like, people are still asking me just about every day, what happens when you drink hot coffee? It's like, if you would just read like 3 comments down, you would see that's been answered. You know what I mean? Or can you wear these with teeth? That's, you know, if you look at the comments, almost every question you're going to ask has been answered. So after about the 15th, 100th one, I just kind of like, yeah, you know. But some of them I just kind of, some of them are super long and there's no way to answer. It just kind of depends. I used to try to answer every single one of them. Then I'd spend hours sitting there trying to, like, you know, if it's a really good question or a short one, I typically answer it. But if it's like super long and all over the place, or if it's constantly repeated, then, and it's in the comments field somewhere, then I haven't really focused on answering those ones back. I will go back like a month later sometimes and just answer them randomly though. But anyways, I could be mixing her story up with somebody else. I really could. But it sounds to me like maybe she tried to force it to work anyways and it didn't. And she might have gotten frustrated. I can't find it in here. She's usually on here live. I'd like to see kind of, but like I was saying earlier, is even if you think you've messed up and you've messed them up, they're not. You can always take all that heat mold off and replace it on. You can always take it off the teeth, take it off of this and that. So I wish her the best. I haven't seen her on here today, but hopefully we can figure out what happened. And maybe she just needs a bigger set or something. And then there's just going to be people out there, there really is. There are just going to be people that these just don't work for. And that's the sad truth of life, is there's always variables to everything, to every product, to everything that you do. There's always that certain somebody out there. If you're, you know, just like the sizing is going to work for 90% of the world. But there's that 10% of the world that you're just a variable. It's different. And then there's people that the sizing is perfect, but the teeth, they're used to having bigger teeth or smaller teeth or something like that. And they'll just have to get used to a different size teeth. But then there's those people that their mouth has just been so messed up or deformed or something like that that it's just not going to work. And there's people out there that I call them specialist people that it's just unfortunate. It's a small subset of people that it's just not going to work for you. And anything really probably isn't going to work for you. And it just sucks. You know? Minnie said, do you always have to start with the upper denture, then do the bottom ones? It's recommended to. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. The top ones, it's just easier, I think, to get centered. There's a lot more to it to get it worked out correctly. I mean, as long as you do one and then the other, and then match them up, you could really do it with it whichever way you want. I just think it's easier from the top to the bottom. And then the instructions are from the top down. Easy denture and now denture both go from top down. So there must be a reason why it's easier to go from the top to the bottom. The bottoms are always a mess anyways, whether you get them professionally done or you make them DIY. Even if you get them perfect doing them DIY, you're going to have to wear adhesive with it, because bottom dentures are so different than the top dentures. The tops have suction. It's a bigger ridge. It's a lot more area to cover. The bottoms is just kind of like a small little ridge, a small horseshoe, and the shape of it, it's just the way that it rides and everything is different. Like, you have to have adhesive whether you get it as a perfect fit or not. Everybody hates bottom teeth. In fact, most of the people that I see with professional dentures leave the bottoms out all the time. Like, they don't even like their bottoms. They refuse to get used to them. And it's just, you just have to take your time and get used to it. That's why I was saying earlier about dentures in general, is you just have to wear them and push through. They're going to be Even if you get the now dentures perfect or get a professional pair perfect or something like that, you're still going to have that period in time where you just have to get used to wearing dentures, period. Getting used to having something in your mouth, period. And I think there's a lot of people out there who couldn't afford regular dentures in the first place and haven't had dentures ever. And then it's been years and now they're buying the now dentures and they get frustrated by it, mainly because it just doesn't sit how they've imagined it should. It's not some magical fix-all that's just going to be perfect without adhesive. That's a big thing too that people ask me all the time is, do you need adhesive? Not necessarily on the top, but on the bottom. You always need adhesive on the bottom. No matter how perfect you get it, you always need some adhesive on the bottom. It's not just going to magically, whoa, stay in your mouth perfectly. What happened? I think I closed my thing. Uh-oh. Can you guys still see me? I hate this mouse. If I'm still on, it's going to be a miracle. I hate this mouse because I'll be like scanning around and it'll just randomly close stuff. It's not letting me restore to the last one. We'll see if I'm still live here. We'll see. Sorry. Oh, hey, look, there we go. Pop back up. Oh, sweet. I was just dragging my finger across the little square mouse thing and it just closed down the window. So, finally got it back up. Sorry about that. I forgot where I was at in that whole spiel. Oh, let me do this real quick. I haven't done it yet. Remember, guys, anybody who wants to become a member, it's the cheapest it's ever been. We've got quite a bit of members. Now, getting like a little membership pool going on. And so here soon, I think we've got about, holy cow. We got 3 more people to go in memberships before we start doing members only lives. And we'll be doing them like an hour before this live. Just for members and members only. Probably not like a whole hour before, maybe like 30 minutes. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys. So we've got 17 members so far. Once we get to 20, we'll start doing some members only things, campaigns and such. Okay, let me give you guys a shout out just in case. And anybody can go tell any one of these people thank you. I've actually got 2 of them in the upper echelon. We've got the amazing ones and then we've got the real deal. And I've got 2 members in the real deal category, which I never expected that. I think that's pretty cool. So we've got Deborah Hagar 0612T, one of the amazing ones. David Robert S2B, one of the amazing ones. Penny Cedrus 2528, that's one of the amazing ones. Billy Perky 7858, he's the real deal. That's one of the newer, I think he's a newer real deal member. Donna W, she's in here tonight. Appreciate you every weekend. She's one of the amazing ones. Sandra 050, I don't think I've seen Sandra in here today. Topeka PC, I haven't seen him in here today either. He should have just got his recently, if I remember right. I think he got a pair here recently. Anthony 4439, he's in here running around eating everything he can eat. One of the amazing ones. Brandy Stevens 805, one of the amazing ones. Linda W 1956 is one of the amazing ones. Carla Jean is an amazing one. Kristen Elevation, she's one of the amazing ones. Amanda Z3W, one of the amazing ones. Sherry Creech, Acme Stitches is an amazing one. King Robbie 67, one of the winners of our latest giveaways, is an amazing one. Shannon Cat is the real deal. And Fun Size Lady, the very first member on this channel since going to the cheaper memberships, is one of the amazing ones. So appreciate everybody there. I just gave everybody a quick shout out. Quick thank you to everybody. Can you melt it with a soldering iron to smooth it out? Yeah, you probably could. You'd probably burn it. Are you talking about the, okay, so if you're talking about the now dentures, you've got the resin teeth and the acrylic base that connects to the resin teeth, and then the heat mold. A soldering iron would basically melt into any part of it. The resin, the acrylic, or the heat mold stuff. So probably kind of burn it, honestly. Just hot water. Boiling hot water. Best advice. Best advice. Tara Farley says, I fell asleep on it. I appreciate that. Said Tara says they dig the guitars on the wall. Alright. Donna's battery's dying. She's going to get on out of here. Good night, Donna. Appreciate you stopping by. Mike Kane says I have to figure out how to join. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. There should just be a spot to pay with really anything. Howard Tackett said, one small act of kindness can truly change someone's life forever. It's 100% true. That's why we try to do as many of these giveaways as we can, just to give somebody an option that may not have that option out there, or the ability to get any of these. So 100% true. It can scorch. Oh, if you apply direct heat. Don't ask me how I know. Sounds like it's something Anthony's done. So. It's funny. Again, just remember, guys, if you become a member, or if you send a super chat, that gets put into a side pot where the community itself gets to help buy somebody a pair of these. Right now, that person is going to be Fun Size Lady, who is the person that's on here all the time, answering just about everybody's questions. Anybody that has any questions, she pretty much knows it all. She's constantly shares the website that you can go to and click on so you can get these now dentures. She's been a tremendous help. And so if you want to drop in the super chat, like $10, $5, even just $1, something like that, just to add towards that pot, I have you guys pay for half of it, and then I pay the other half, and then we get a member, somebody that's a loyal Saturday liver. So the more I see you on here, the more I see you talking, the more I see, you know, that we discuss things with each other. And I see that you're helping out and talking with me. That's one of the cool things about this is a lot of times a lot of the people on here will just start side conversations with themselves. And I don't know how many times I've gotten on here and there's been like 30 people on and the chat's constantly moving and I'm trying to go through it slowly. So I'm way behind everybody else. And all of a sudden I start scrolling through and you'll see other people jumping in and just answering every question that's being asked and I don't even have to. And then there's all these side conversations going on, so I'm having to like kind of skip around to it and stuff. So it's pretty awesome. And so it's one of those things that we have now Denture Rescue that's doing the official giveaways that are going to be involving everybody. And then we've got the community giveaway that's just going to be everybody that's on here on Saturdays, kind of helping with the live chats and the memberships and stuff like that. I think you can send a gift of some kind anytime at any point. It doesn't even have to be live. So I've seen people become members like in the middle of the week. So for some odd reason, for a long time, I thought you could only become a member on a live cast, but I was totally wrong. So Southern Gal just became one of the amazing ones. So welcome, Southern Gal. And that is who. Were you on here earlier when I was talking about King Bob? No, you weren't, because you had left already. But King Bob, King Rob, his membership. See, when you become a member, that's one of the cool things too, is if you become a member, you automatically get entered in with 5 entries. So it's only $1.99 to get 5 entries into the giveaway, the official giveaway. And if you're already getting some or something, then you can give your entries to somebody else, or if you've already bought them, you can give your entries to somebody else. It's awesome. And King Rob, since he got the last pair of free dentures from the community, he's actually giving his 5 entries to Southern Gal. Now Southern Gal has 10 entries because she's got her own 5 from being a member, and King Rob gave his 5 to her. So you've got 10 entries, Southern Gal. 10 entries in the giveaway. That's awesome. And we got Minnie becoming one of the amazing ones. That's awesome. We got one more to get to 20. That's great. 2 new members today. 2 new people that I see on here all the time. So that's awesome. I'll tell Bob that you said that. He'll get on and see. Well, I guess he doesn't see the live chat. I don't think the live chat transfers over to after the live is over. I think it goes away. So we'll just do it here. Bob, Southern Gal says in the live chat right now, thank you. Thank you so much. So I know he usually rewatches these. I haven't seen him on one of these in a long time. So I mean, it's basically since he's gotten his free pair. I haven't seen him in the live, but I have seen him leave comments on the lives after they've been posted. Yeah, for sure, Howard. Make sure that you are entered into the giveaway. Let me see if I can do this. I'll go to my YouTube. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing fun size because you'll beat me to it. So, hold on one second. Let me figure this out. Since I'm live, my stuff is loading super slow. We'll click on here. Copy. And paste. There you go. That's the video right there that you need to go to. I just left it in the chat. Make sure that you're entered into the giveaway. And you never know. 1 entry is all it takes to win. So Got a few people on here with 5 entries. Got a few people on here with a couple entries. One person with 10 entries. So. Oh, dang it. I did it again. Oh, I can just hit escape, right? Oh, there we go. I hate this mouse. All right, we're coming up on 2 hours, folks. Here pretty soon. Got anything else you guys want to ask, talk about? Anybody got a big heart and a deep pocket? Want to donate some money? Donate that cash. Looks like we still got a few people on. Just pinked. Yeah, we're going to start winding down here soon. I could probably stay on later, but it's Saturday. Oh, yeah, here. This is what I wanted to come up with too. I really don't want to, hey, look at that. Tara Farley became a member. So on the giveaway, you will have 5 entries on the giveaway as well. So thanks for the new amazing one, Tara Farley. Got all 3 of them. That's 20. So we're going to start doing some members only lives. So look forward to that. And I'll keep you guys posted whenever we do that. Those won't be nearly as long as these ones because it's just 20 of us. But it'll be where we can get on and I might do even, I don't know. I thought about once we had enough for members onlys, at least getting on for about 30 minutes a day, just in case anybody had anything they wanted to ask or discuss or anything like that. And then if you weren't on, just, just being here just in case, because I know it's not going to be like this. But the other thing too is I want to move the lives to a different date of the week, a different day of the week. So Saturday nights are a night where me and my wife could go out and do something. And I've been spending my Saturday evenings on here for the better part of like 2 months now. And I want to do it on a completely different day. So maybe Sunday night or even just a weekday night. Maybe not as late either. So more so like, I think like a Monday or Tuesday afternoon would be a whole lot better. I'd like to do Saturday evening mainly because there's a lot more people on at that time. And most people are off at that period in time. Even if you work second shift throughout the week, you still have weekends off a lot of times. Some people work second shift through the week and get the weekend off. Most people work first shift and have the weekend off. And then there's a lot of people that work that mid shift. And a lot of casino people who work weekends and hospital people and clinic people that, there's got to be people on staff at all times on those. Just like Southern gal who I'm pretty sure works at a hospital. So I was thinking about moving this to a different date. So I wonder if we'll just do that. I'll do a members only poll. So look forward to that. I'll post that on later tonight. I'll do a members only poll. What day you guys think I should change the live to? And I'm thinking more around like 6 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. Well, so 6 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, I think we deserve to have fun too. I was actually debating on today around like 5:30. And the problem with Arc City is we don't have anywhere around here that has a steak. Really, nowhere around here does. And I kept thinking, even if we drove all the way to get a steak and then drove back, we wouldn't be back in time for the live and stuff. And I was like, ah, man, I'm working around my Saturdays to accommodate the live thing. So I'd rather just move it. Just move it to a different date. So Chris Angel said you're gonna have to rewatch the whole video to get started. Howard Tax says, everyone have a blessed and beautiful evening. You too. Appreciate it. Oh, for some reason I was thinking you worked in an ER, Southern Gal. I don't know why. I think I might have said that last time too. But yeah, we'll do a members only poll where I'll just pick 3 days, 3 different days. I want to either do Sunday at 6, Monday at about 6, or like Thursday at about 6 Central. And I'll do a members only poll and let the members decide on that. And then on the next one, so if we decide on Sunday, it won't be tomorrow, it'll be next Sunday. And then that's when we'll do the giveaway. Okay? And then I'll do a video this week, this coming week, letting everybody know that the next live will be the giveaway. So that'll give like at least a week between before then. So like even if we decide on Thursday, let's say members say, let's do Thursday at 6 o'clock. It won't be this coming Thursday, it'll be the Thursday after. So, or maybe we'll just keep it for, if we do the giveaway, we'll do it on Saturday. Maybe, I don't know. But we'll give it one more week. And then we'll do the giveaway on the next live. Y'all excited about that? Oh, I hope you get to feeling better. Blah, blah, blah. Hope you get to feeling better. One side says Sunday or Thursday for me. Monday won't work for me. Okay, sweet. Yeah, make sure that you get on and do the poll. I think it'll send you notification too. All the members, it should send a notification when the poll comes up. Dang, Funside is going to be busy. Next weekend, Saturday or Sunday, I can't make it. Well, we want you to be here, so you're OG. We'll work around you. We'll figure out a time. So we'll do the members only, and it won't be. We'll do the members only poll, and then whatever day of the week people decide, it'll be the following week of that. So I'll make a video next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, letting everybody know what date and what time the live giveaway will be. Perfect for everybody. So make sure that if you're not a member yet and you want to get your 5 votes in, make sure you become a member as soon as possible. Or if you want to vote on the lives, and then me and my wife will start doing something on Saturdays rather than me sitting here from 8 to about 10. So, good night, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And y'all have a wonderful evening. Hopefully anybody that's not feeling any good, feels under the weather, start feeling better. Just got over it myself. So, still have a few back issues, but I'm going to rest. Minnie, hope that everything's okay with your husband and your friend at the church. We'll make sure there's a bunch of us in here that are Christians. I'm sure several of us will be praying for you. So, hope everything gets better with you guys. Just look forward to the next video this next week, where I tell you the new day for lives and what day, the exact date and time that the giveaway is going to be. But it's almost here. It'll be here very shortly. We'll see you guys later. Oh, let me find this. What? I got to do all the production myself. Shushing!